Alright, in this video I will show you how you can create these premium motion graphic reels using DaVinCi Resolve and with the help of AI.
Supplements wouldn't fix what hasn't been tested. Random solutions without ever checking the actual hormone levels. There is a variable most people never check. When sleep shifts, mood changes, or energy dips, it's easy to assume it's just life. At AMG in Tucson, we begin with a consult and comprehensive hormone testing, then walk through your results step by step. Right now, it's only $295 total, that's $100 off. So if you're ready for real data, tap Learn More and fill out the quick form.
Go to the pinned comment and grab all the assets, presets, and project files for absolutely free. And let's begin. Alright, so now here we have three folders called Raw, Presets, and Assets. Now first off, go ahead and open this raw folder and then grab the raw file into the timeline, like so. And now coming back to the master folder, you can open this folder called Assets. And then go ahead and open part 1, and now we can start creating our animation. And for that I'll grab this adjustment clip here and let's trim it down to about 3 seconds. Now let's play.
Supplements wouldn't fix what hasn't been tested.
So yeah, this is the voiceover, and now we can open this Infusion page. Also make sure in the settings sections you have this enable use vertical resolution. And now let's create some space here for our animation. Now first off, let's grab a background and merge it here like so. And in this background, let's set the alpha to 0, and now we will create that liquid glass. And for that, let's go to this template section, then open the edit section, and then go to the generators tab. You will find it here. Alright, let's grab this, and the link for this preset will be in the description. And now let's set the drop shadow to 0, and now I will bring it into the center and increase the width a little bit and reduce the height so it's a square box like so. And now let's open media pool and let's grab our PNG and merge it here like so. Let's rename it to PNG, and let's view this merge right here. And in the liquid glass, I'm gonna reduce the width a little more like so, and let's increase the height maybe. And in this merge, let's grab it down right here. And now let's make some space here and add a drop shadow to it, and then I will add a camera shake node to it and reduce the overall strength and speed like so. And now we can add the text, so grab a text node and merge it here like so. And let's view this merge, and in the text I will type supplements, and let's bring it down and change the font to Morganite right here, and let's change it to black italic like so, and scale it up and then position it right here. And going into the merge, let's set the operator to under like so. All right, and I'll grab it to the left a little bit like so. Okay, and now let's add our second text. For that, grab another text node and let's type in what hasn't been tested, and let's merge it here like so and view this merge. Now we will grab this text at the bottom like so, and let's style it. So go to the text node. First off, we can change the font to Helvetica, and let's set it to maybe extra bold italic, and then reduce the size, reduce the tracking, and reduce the line spacing like so, and place it here. I will reduce the size a little more, and then right click here and then go to character level styling, then go to modifiers, then select this text, test it, and let's change its color to a bit yellowish something like so, a little lighter right here. Now let's zoom out a little and then grab a background finally and change it to red, then merge it here like so, and let's view this merge. And now in this background I will add a polygon like so and mask it like this, and then make a point here and then make a point at bottom like so, and increase the border width like this and choose this style. Okay, and now we have this, and in this background you're gonna add a real shadow node. Now this is from reactor, and let's add. And finally at the end of this entire node tree, let's add a soft glow, and then let's view it, and I will reduce down the gain and increase the threshold and glow size so it add this glowy look. All right, now since we have our design ready, I'll show you in the media out like so, and we can go to this merge and just move it a little up and in the center like so. And now we can animate all our elements one by one. So first off, let's animate the liquid glass. So go to the liquid glass node, and maybe at frame number 30, let's keyframe the height, and then go back to frame number 0 and reduce the height all the way like so. Let's type 0. And then for this PNG, we will use another rectangle mask. So mask this PNG like so, and let's make it like so, and let's go to frame number 30 and keyframe height as well. Then go frame number 0 and reduce the height to 0. So it will look something like this. Okay, and we can increase the soft edge a little bit so the corners aren't harsh for this. All right, now select this rectangle and this liquid glass, then go to the spline and then check this one and then this one. Then we will zoom to fit and select both these points, then press S, then press T and increase the ease in and ease out. All right, so you will have a smooth animation like so. And now let's animate our text. So for first text, right click here and select follower, and then go to the modifiers tab, and around at frame number 50 maybe, go to transform section of the modifier follower. Okay, and then keyframe the offset position. It will bring you back to this path section. Go back to the follower and go to the shading tab, and then keyframe the opacity. Okay, now go 10 frames behind. Okay, now let's animate our text number 1. So go to text 1, then right click here and choose follower. Now go to modifiers, and then at frame number 20, so at frame number 20 we will go to the transform tab and keyframe the offset position like so. So it will bring you back to the path section. Go back to the follower and go to the shading tab now and keyframe the opacity at 1. Now go back to frame number 0 like so, and in the transform section let's bring it down to somewhere about here, and in the shading bring the opacity down to 0. Now in the timing section you can increase the delay to 2, so you will have an animation like so, but we will change the order to inside out like this. Okay, now you can open spline, and then let's check this, then zoom to fit and select both these points, then press S to smooth the animation out. And now for the second text, we will select the text 2, then go to the tool section, right click here, then you're going to choose this insert option and then go to the follower. Now go to modifiers, and you are in the follower modifier. Now go to the transform, and maybe at frame number 80 change the transform to words, from characters to words. Okay, and then keyframe the offset like so. Now go 10 frames behind at frame number 70. We can go back to the follower and bring this down. Now go to shading, reduce the opacity to 0, keyframe it. Now go 10 frames ahead like so and increase it all the way to 1. So you will have something like this. You only need to add some delay, so about 1.5 maybe. So you will have something like this. All right, I think 1.2 would work. And then going into the spline, zoom to fit, select both the points, then press S. Okay, now let's close the spline tab, and now we can animate the polygon bar. So for that, go to the polygon and let's go at about frame number 70 and reduce the length all the way to 0. Then keyframe it, and let's skip maybe 30 frames, 1, 2, 3, and then increase length all the way. Now go to the spline, then zoom to fit, then select both these points, then press S to smooth it out. Also increase the ease in and ease out a little bit like so. And now let's see what animation we have so far. So we have something like this so far. All right, now finally we can add a transform node at the end like so, and let's go to frame number 0 and zoom in to 1.2, then keyframe it. Now go to last frame, which is frame number 107, and zoom it out like so. I will just go to this merge and increase the size of our motion graphics like so, and let's bring it somewhere about here. Okay, and in this transform, let's open spline, then zoom to fit, and let's smooth them out like so. Now we have something like this ready. All right, now we can go back to the edit page, and for our next scene,
random solutions without ever checking the actual hormone levels.
So we will grab an adjustment clip here and let's bring it here like so, and let's cut it right here. And now let's open this infusion page. Now let's make some space here, and first off we can bring in our text, and then let's merge it here and type in the text, which is random, and then the font would be Helvetica like so, and let's set it to extra black italic and increase the size and reduce the tracking like so. And now right click here and select follower. Now I will go to frame number 20 like so, and in modifiers go to the transform tab and keyframe the offset like so, and once again come back to the follower and go to the shading and keyframe the opacity like so. And now going back to frame number 0, go to the transform and increase the X like so, so it goes to the right side. Okay, and in the shading let's bring it down to 0, and in the timing section we can simply increase the delay like so, so it comes in somewhat like this. And going into the spline, check this, then zoom to fit and smooth this out so it comes in smoothly like so. And we can increase the ease in and ease out as well, so we have much better animation like so. And I will just bring it somewhere about here. All right, now let's add a shadow node to it and increase the softness and reduce the alpha like so. And now I will copy both these nodes, paste them here like so, and merge it like so. And in this text let's change this to solutions, and let's change the font to somewhat different. We will change this to Choling like so, a cursive font, and reduce the tracking even more, and size as well, and color as well to something yellowish orangish like so, and bring it here, then reduce the size a little more. And for this one I will increase the alpha a little more so it's quite apparent. All right, now you can see both of them animate at the same time, so I will select the second text, go to the keyframe tab, expand this, and delay the keyframes of this by about somewhere like so. All right, now we can add a soft glow after this merge and increase the glow size, reduce the gain, and increase the threshold as well. Okay, and now we can go ahead and grab our PNG of this data chart and let's merge it here, and I will call it chart like so. And in this, okay, so I'm also going to show you how I made this PNG. So for that I went to Gemini and I gave it this picture from Google, and I gave it this prompt. Then it generated something like this using Nano Banana Pro, and I simply downloaded it from here and removed the background. And now let's go to this merge and reduce the size and bring it down here, reduce the size a little more, and right here I will go to this merge and bring the text about somewhere about here. And now let's modify our PNG. So I will make some space here, and then let's view this chart, and then I will add a background to it and then merge it here like so, and we will increase it in size so it covers it all the way. And in the background let's set the color to green and then select polygon, and now we will trace this wavelength to make the animation. So make a point here, then keep on making them like so, and then when you are done, click here, select this one, and then select all the points, then press Shift S to smooth them out. So this is the before, they're flat, and when you press Shift S then it smooths them out. All right, and now in this polygon, now I will increase the border width like so. And now after this background we will add an X glow. This is from Reactor as well. Then add and reduce the gain to about 0.1 like so. And also I will add an edge detect node to it like this, and let's reduce the edge width, reduce the brightness, and check this box edge mask overlay. And in settings I would reduce down the blend a little bit as well like so. All right, and the polygon, let's bring down the border width a little bit like this. Okay, so now after this merge I will add a color corrector node. So grab a color corrector and let's bring it here, and let's view this. Now in this, let's increase the saturation and reduce the gain, then reduce the lift and reduce the gamma as well. So you have a look like this, and we can animate the polygon now. So go to the polygon, and at frame number 0 let's reduce the length all the way back to 0, and at last frame let's increase it all the way to 1. Now go to spline, then zoom to fit and press S by selecting both the points. Alright, now after this color corrector I will add a DVE node. Since in this animation I'll show you it's a little bent, so we will go to the DVE node and increase the X so it comes as flat. Alright, and in this color corrector node, make sure you go to the option section and tick this box so it doesn't affect the entire composition but only this PNG. Alright, now finally we will add this green screen of mouse click, and let's merge it here like so and view this. And now let's see, let's bring it here and then let's rename it to arrow and then add an ultra keyer to it. Then grab this dropper, drop it on top. Now I will copy this X glow and paste it here on this arrow as well. Alright, and let's increase the glow size a little bit like so. And so the arrow comes and clicks and then we have it. So I'm just gonna go to the arrow and just increase the global in to about 40 and bring the trim back to 0. So we have this like so. So in this merge you can reduce the size and bring it to the corner like so. And you can set the angle to somewhere about this as well. Okay, now let's zoom out and we have something like this. We need to animate this PNG. So for that, in this merge of this PNG, grab a rectangle and mask this merge like so and bring it here and at frame number 30 or maybe 40. Let's keyframe the height and go to frame number 10 and reduce the height to 0 like so. And I will increase the soft edge so we don't have harsh edges, so it has some animation. And then go to spline and then press S to smooth them out. Alright, now we can go back to the edit page, and here for the next scene
there is a variable most people never check.
I'm just gonna copy this adjustment clip, so hold Alt then grab this to this side. So I'm just gonna copy this adjustment clip, so hold Alt and drag this upside and then grab it to the right side right here. Alright, and let's trim it to about here. Okay, now let's open this Infusion page and now we will make some adjustments here. So first off, we have our background and our liquid glass effect. First off, we're going to change this PNG, and for that, once again go to this asset section, and in part 1 I have added this new stuff. So let's grab our DNA PNG here and drop it on top and let's replace like so, and let's go to this merge and scale it down like so. Alright, and the supplements text, we can change it to variable and let's scale it up a little bit like so. And for this text, first off, let's go to this text and bring it somewhere about like so. Right, and then we can change this text to most people never check, and then let's bring it a little bit here. I will increase the line spacing just a little bit and then select this, then go to modifiers and character level styling, and let's change this one to yellowish like so. Alright, and we have the scene pretty much ready already.
Supplements wouldn't fix what hasn't been tested. Random solutions without ever checking the actual hormone levels. There is a variable most people never check.